And I'll tell you guys since we're all friends. Every character I write has a piece of me in them. Hi, I'm Lee Bardugo. You're listening to the GrishaCast.
Welcome to GrishaCast, episode 152. In this episode, we will be discussing Season 2, Episode 5 of Netflix shadow&bone, Yuyeh, Sesh. This is your host, Eric.
And I'm Terry from Nashville, Tennessee. This is your podcast for all things Grishaverse.
A world created by our very own disciple, Lee Bardugo. Moi saviani caster.
Hi.
We have listener city.
We do. First, we have The Hague, Netherlands.
Woo!
Woo.
Thank you. And then we're going to Irpin, Ukraine.
Woo.
Yay, thank you all.
Yeah.
And
all over the place.
They are everywhere. I'm just glad I got to I pronounced the name of the episode. Yuyeh.
You got it out.
Yeah, I was concerned I was going to blah, blah myself because I often do that.
It's a big one.
Yeah.
I think next week's is a weird name, too.
It is.
Yeah.
Yep. So Yuyeh Sesh, which, by the way, I mean, I was hoping that maybe they'd give us a hint in the episode, but they don't.
No.
It's not
They
in there.
don't say it.
They don't. What does it mean? It says it next to it, too.
Heart. Something heart.
I heart some. Oh, gosh. Okay, you look that up. You'll find it. I can't remember, but I know it does definitely. Obviously, it comes from the Grishaverse.
Yeah, it's something that isn't it something that Inej.
Is it?
Is it Inej?
I was thinking for some reason it was a tattoo that Mal had or something.
He has I am become Blade.
Oh yeah, that's
I am
right.
become a blade.
Wonderful, because that's something to have on you.
Yes,
forever.
Forever and ever.
Okay. So
I guess until a healer or a tailor can take it away.
Yeah, but why would you get rid of such a fantastic tattoo like that? I mean, it's only going to get better with age. Lying. Yes. But I've always wanted a tattoo. But we're not going to get on that subject because I know that I've probably talked about that before.
Oh, yeah, you can't.
No, and I'm still, I was actually really looking forward to tonight because I thought tonight at sundown was going to be the end of Passover.
It's tomorrow.
Yeah, I know.
Come on, Jew.
I know. I don't know. I was just getting really excited. And no, my mom made sure to inform me. And by the way, also, it wasn't just tomorrow night it ends. It was tomorrow night, at 7 or 8 at sunset.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, thanks to just rub that in there,
It ends on my birthday.
It does. Yeah, that hasn't happened
It's
before.
Despise Your Heart.
Despise Your Heart.
Yeah.
Yep. Can't remember what that is about. But, yeah. So anyways, Passover, not my favorite holiday. But, hey, it'll end soon. Tomorrow night for Hey, on your birthday.
Yes, on my birthday.
Yay.
Yay.
It's excited for your birthday. I'm not excited about Passover. I'm excited for it ending, but
Tolia says it.
Tolia says, okay.
It's something our father taught us.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Things that probably could have been looked up before we started recording.
Oh, but what's the fun in that?
Let's just be realistic here, okay?
Exactly. This is just an improv
We're
kind of
busy
thing.
adults.
We are. I don't have time for that. Nobody got time to look up things that we're talking about. Why? I mean,
why do that?
Why do that when we can just figure it out on our own?
Sure.
While all these people are listening.
Absolutely. You're welcome.
Mm-hmm. So, on the subject of your birthday, is there anything that you're really excited about for your birthday?
No.
Okay. Is there anything you...
It's literally just another day.
I know.
It's not like a big one. It doesn't end in a 0 or a 5. It's just...
Well, as usual, I am excited about your birthday present. It hasn't gotten here yet, though, but I'm excited.
Well, you're running out of time.
Oh, I know. I always
giving
do.
you a hard time.
I know, because I won't even see you tomorrow. Because it's yeah.
Because I will be adulting.
Same here.
I will be at work and then doing homework.
Sounds fun.
Yes, that's my birthday treat. Except birthday crown day
Yeah,
is tomorrow. You have to wear it. It's the thing that started way back in college.
Yeah.
And it's a thing. You have to wear the crown all day on your birthday.
Okay. Well, that's cute.
Which can be interesting.
Oh, of course. Absolutely.
Because sometimes you are in a place where
a crown really doesn't
go
well
at all. Yeah. So you're like, hi, I'm just this weird white woman with a crown on. Excuse me.
Yeah. When they celebrated my birthday at my work, which was not on my birthday because it's Christmas Eve, they had me wear this like big birthday hat, which just looked like one of those dunce caps, except it was blue. And I hate wearing that stuff because everybody's like, oh, happy birthday. And then I just want to say, but it's not my birthday.
Yeah.
But you can't do that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, yeah. So I'm like, oh, thanks. Yay.
I don't even really see anybody at my workplace. So I'm going to be sitting in an empty house.
Oh, do you get to work from home tomorrow?
No.
Oh.
Our office is a house.
Oh, that's right.
If you think about How to Get Away with Murder, that show, it's like that.
Okay.
We all work in a house. So
that's cool.
Yeah. So I get to no one ever shows up. There's like one or two others sometimes. And so I'll just be sitting there.
Well,
weird old lady with a crown on.
Well, you'll have to take a selfie with your crown on, or you'll have to wear the crown on Saturday when we're going to celebrate it. As a family.
I could do that.
Okay. Thanks.
You're welcome. I will do that for you.
I know you will.
Only for you.
Thank you. We're going to have fun. We don't even know what we're doing yet.
No idea.
But it will be good. It's always fun whenever we all get together and have... Oh, yeah, we had our wonderful Seder together.
Yes.
That wasn't your first Seder, was it?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yep.
Interesting.
And your mom,
Oh, she's a hoot.
Oh.
I heard you guys had a fun time.
We did.
I heard Chris said that there was a point when I guess you guys had left and you guys were taking her back home where Chris like almost peed his pants. He was laughing so hard at a conversation that you and my mom were having. And I was like, what was it about? And he had no clue how to explain it. Just, he said, you know how Terry and Judy get. And I'm like,
how do we get?
What does that mean? I was like,
How do we get? But there was a point where your mom made it very clear and public that she would wish for me to convert.
Oh. I haven't heard of that one.
And
no.
And a few of the people that were in there were like, really? And I was like, that doesn't sound like a fun time to me. That sounds really hard and like a lot of things I don't want to do.
Right.
And so they were like, you could convert to like a more reformed. And I'm like, could, not gonna. Yeah. Also, I've got tattoos.
Right. And that's exactly what you need. I mean, nothing's like, joining a religion, just being forced into it by like...
by adopted family.
God bless her. I love that woman, but...
She was so upset, too. I was like, that does not sound like fun, Judy. And she was just like, well, why not?
Because, Mom, come on. Like, I mean, look at us.
It's one thing when you're born into it and you're around it forever, but like...
Just jumping.
Middle age, like...
Yeah.
Here, learn all the things and convert. It'll be cool and easy.
If you were in Israel where you were surrounded by hot Jews, it'd be completely different. Just saying.
There's the hot Jews again.
Oh, yeah. Israeli hot Jews. Yes. Sorry. Huge difference. Love them.
But because that's the reason why you convert.
Oh, yeah. I would convert for hot people.
In your religion.
But I'm just going to say that American Judaism is not known for its hot people. Sorry, we're not a beautiful group of people.
We're
beautiful on the inside, but we're pasty white. Yep. I love Israelis. Israelis are amazing. They've got the beautiful skin, and they're.
Are we categorizing?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Sorry.
I don't know if I should let you keep talking or make it stop.
I'll stop. But, I will say that Israelis it's a beautiful country. I'll end it there. How about that? Okay. So, so my mom tried to convert you.
Yes.
Sorry.
It was interesting. I enjoyed the this is mild horseradish
debacle.
I think we
were expecting that.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Tastes like slavery.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and that matzah did. Yeah, we made homemade matzah. When I sat down, though, I really, I think Ray and I both realized that we hadn't sat down for 6 or 7 hours. I was like, oh, my God, this is nice.
That's the point, though, right?
Yeah.
You have to suffer.
You do. I had fun, though. It was a good time. All the food, and I'm glad you came and got to experience it.
Yes, I thoroughly enjoyed the singing.
Oh my God, that's so much fun.
The break it off in the tune of Shake It Off.
Yeah.
The line that I enjoyed the best was "As I do my Jew thing."
Yeah.
And one of my coworkers is like a massive Swiftie, so and she's a Jew too.
We should have got her copy.
So I sent it to her, and
good.
I could hear her cackling, laughing on the other side of the house.
So we don't have a lot of fun songs ever around Hanukkah or anything like that. But one thing that I do appreciate about Judaism is we definitely can come up with some good what do you call that? It's not a mashup. That's a combination of one song. It's a parody.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the parody songs are amazing, and they come out with obviously new ones all the time because we're doing.
It was great.
Yeah,
I highly suggest looking that one up.
Yeah,
break it off.
Break it off. Yeah. So,
because the gefilte fish is gonna flake, flake, flake.
Singing it was even more fun because I had never even read it. Ray brought those, and I was just like, "Oh, these are great."
It was great.
Yeah, and I'm glad we had some for you.
And
lame as Rob.
And your son sitting next to me going, nope, nope, nope. With the songs, he was like,
Oh, yeah.
I kept pointing it over to him so that he could read it, and he was just like,
Well,
he's a 16-year-old boy. What do you
exactly? Exactly? That's always going to happen. So, but hey, Passover is almost over. So, yay!
You got a whole day left.
I know. Well, okay. So this was a really fun episode. I really loved it. Did you? For someone that doesn't remember episode, which one I liked the best when I watched it or anything like that, I really liked this episode. There is a lot in it that's really fun to see, I think, for us fans.
Yeah. I definitely remembered, or I didn't remember some things, and so when I rewatched it, I caught more.
Yeah.
I think because we were binging so hard when you watch it all the way through.
Yes. And binging hard can, it makes the mind all blah, blah.
It can jumble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think what I really appreciated about this episode was Jenya and David. I really enjoyed watching. We got to see more of that.
With her entrance, when the earth started shaking and stuff's flying, and Nikolai's like, "Whoa, look out!" Were you thinking what I was thinking?
What were you thinking?
Ismrud.
Oh,
because they were underneath.
Yes,
and all the the ground started shaking, and
when I first
and there was a tunnel being I was like, oh my gosh, are we gonna get? No, it was just
I would have died.
Jenya and Bagra, which I didn't get the first time around. Jenya said that Bagra amplified her so that she could search out familiar heartbeats. I didn't catch that the first time around.
Neither did I. I'm the exact same way. I just caught that, and I was like, "Oh, that's really awesome!"
Yeah.
And it is really sweet because it was a nod to David and saying because this is where we finally get to see them show that they care. And I thought David's little speech about I know metal.
I know metal.
And she's just like,
what the heck does that have to do?
Yeah, and I love her face because she's like, what are you talking about? But then it's like, because your beauty is your armor. And oh my God.
Because on the inside, you're steel.
So beautiful. It was so
And
sweet.
it doesn't need fixing.
I know. And then they finally like embrace and they kiss. And it's just this beautiful moment that you can see like Jenya feels loved and not, well, she probably has felt loved, but she's not. I think this whole debacle has obviously got, I mean, it would scar anybody, but it would make you, she's being a tailor. It's going to be very, like, her beauty does mean a lot to her. And I think, and you could tell, and the actress who plays her does an incredible job of, showing her, like, her distraught and her fear and trying to hide from everybody. I think she did such a good job. And
when like the queen confronted her, because
yes,
I guess I need to check, but I don't think it was like made clear. Like I think we just knew that Jenya poisoned the king. I don't think there was like a long explanation about it. And so for her to say like she put it on her body and like all he had to do was leave her alone.
Right. I thought that was incredible. I loved that. I know that I haven't read in a while, but there's that short story called The Tailor, but I can't remember whether that goes into, I know we learn more about, but I don't think we get into, either that's I haven't read in a while.
Yeah,
but
it's been years at this point.
Yeah, but I loved that part too.
Yeah.
I loved how she's just like, how it happened? I just love that she's like, I put poison on my body and all I had to do was stop coming to my bed. And it's like, boom.
Yeah.
That is a way to do it though. And I love that that they put in there. And I just love Jenya's character. And so the whole I am ruination, when does that happen? Like I just remember, that's a huge quote. We know Jenya says, I can't remember when.
Yeah, I was waiting for it this episode, but it must be next one because she does get called.
Does she say it in this?
Does she?
I didn't think she did.
She did.
But maybe I thought, because I was kind of looking
she gets called.
She gets called ruined. Like when she's in that cage, that was last episode, I think, where she's still in, like, the Darkling still has her, and her and Bagra haven't escaped yet. Somebody comes and gives her food, and he looks at her face and says ruined, not in, like, I mean, in Rothkin or something like that. And, yeah, I know I should know this, and I can't remember the whole, when she says I am ruination, I remember that I know it's in the trilogy.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't think it happens in this season, actually. I don't think it does. But... Hey, we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong. Maybe I missed it.
Because I don't remember her saying it, but like I feel like she should have.
Oh, yeah. It's such a huge line. I felt like I was just waiting for it, but hey, we'll see. So let's see. So then the other side story that we've got is we've got the whole crows. And okay, so this was really funny. I died laughing when it's Nina and Kaz sitting with the person they're trying to trade with.
That was so great.
Yeah, her line is well, in private, he's all hands, which by itself is hilarious. But then she throws in, isn't that right, waffles? The look on his face is priceless.
Yes.
That is just... It's genius. So funny. I wasn't expecting that when I first saw it either. Like, it comes out of nowhere. And, oh my God, I love that name. I love that she named him Waffles.
Speaking of the crows, the very beginning opening scene of this one, it's all crows in the sign. Did you notice the crow in the window?
The one with the knife?
No.
Oh, I noticed.
There's like 5 crows on the sign, and one does have a
dagger,
but like one is stuck inside and is like rapping on the window, and it's Matthijs.
Oh, I didn't see that. I'm gonna have to check that out. That's so funny.
I giggled so hard because like there's just 5 crows sitting there, and then there's just one crow that's stuck.
So I took a picture of that because like I've been posting them. So I took a picture of this like when I watched it today.
It's at the end of the thing.
Oh my God, I see what you're talking about. I can see the crow there. Wow. So talking about the opening, there was one other thing that I noticed about this. Every opening that we've seen so far has been an image of something, but then it gets eaten by the fold. This is the one this one didn't. And I wonder why. Like, I don't know. I thought that was kind of going to be telling a story. And I think, I can't remember. I feel like when I actually saw that when I first watched it, I noticed that they kind of stopped being eaten or disintegrated by the fold or whatever. You know what I'm talking about, right? Like how they kind of ended.
That must be a choice.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe we'll learn more. But
and then we have Jesper calling out Wylan for like not being able to read. And like the whole episode is him trying to make it better, and he just keeps making it worse.
Yeah, he's not doing a good job.
Also, Jesper in a kilt.
Yes, I love that.
Love it.
It surprised me, but I love it. It so goes with his fashion.
He's wearing purple, which the best color ever. But then I was like, really? He's wearing a kilt? That's so cool.
Is.
And then he wears a kilt for the rest of the season.
Does he?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He's the outfit he was in for this episode. He's in for the rest of the time.
Because is it just the rest? I think yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's exciting.
Yeah,
I didn't notice that. I noticed it in this episode, but I didn't know that he wore it for the rest of the season. I'm excited to see that. So there was one other line that Kaz says that was at that table, and Nina's asking about the tea. Like, what do you think it could taste like? And she's just all into that.
Bitter, floral.
Yep. And he says, warm and wet.
Yes.
I don't know if I have to go any further, but that is hilarious.
Yes.
Come on.
It's funny.
It's warm.
Like, he doesn't care. He's just like, it's tea, dude.
Yeah. He's probably one of those people that is like, it's dirty water.
Yeah, it's tea. Like, who cares? We were talking last episode about the dirty hands thing or like the touching thing.
Yes.
And they did explore that more in this episode.
They did. Briefly. But yeah,
you would have a little better picture.
Yeah, we did. Definitely. I still do think that it was too subtle of a way to understand it because it's not. I feel like it needed to be repeated a couple more times, but we did see that, and it's horrifying. Like, because that's how the episode start. Does it start that way where the sirens are going off and we see No,
that's when they cut to the crows for the first time.
Right. Okay. So it's the beginning of their story. Yeah. But yeah, it's cool. I still think it's really cool to see this story we're not seeing a lot of it, but the parts that they did film.
And the actor that plays Jordy, I was watching him like obviously dead on the barge, but like he 100% looks like a brother to Freddie.
Yeah.
The actor that plays Kaz, like they really do look like brothers.
They did a really good job of casting.
Mm-hmm.
It's incredible. And I think the two boys also, like, I think the young Kaz looks exactly like Kaz. Mm-hmm. So it's incredible.
I can't imagine how difficult that would be.
Oh, casting has got to be like a nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
I would not want that job. That would be so hard to do. Especially if, like, the person's out there, but you just need them to come in and audition.
Yeah, I think it would be way more difficult for, like, characters that were already established and described, and there's fan art, and people know what it looks like in their brain, and that's way more different. I worked on, like, a small film, like, long time ago in, like, casting, and nobody knew the story, so it was so much easier.
You're right.
But for like the whole world to know.
Yeah, because I mean, if there's already stuff out there, it's kind of like when there's a Broadway show and after it, like when it starts to go on tour and it goes kind of off Broadway, you've already got the main cast, but then you got to cast other people as these characters, and sometimes it drives me nuts when I've seen it before where like I rent the original cast. There's this character Mark who has blonde hair, very like it's just that, and then I saw that like I mean, so they put somebody as him on the touring show with brown hair, and I was just like, that's such a I don't know. To me, that's a huge thing. Like it's like. What? You can't change the character. Like you can, they still need to look the same. I don't care if you put him in a wig.
You can change it. The last Les Mis I saw, they were people of color in the
Right.
That hasn't like in the ones I've seen before. There were like none.
Right.
But like the main characters.
That's amazing.
So,
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome.
That's really important. I'm glad that, and and I didn't mean it like, yeah, that's really awesome. I'm really like, what characters are they?
Eponine, which is my girl. She was of like an Asian descent.
Okay.
And then one of the main men, it was Marius. Marius
Wow.
was black. Like
That's
it was
incredible.
cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. That is really cool. That's amazing to see.
I mean, I don't know much about French history and like what
Right.
people looked like during the French Revolution, but I imagine it would be very white.
Right.
So it was just cool to be able to bring in.
It's amazing to see that.
Yeah.
I love it. I love seeing that. And that's another thing that I love about actually the way our show.
Oh yeah.
They've done a really good job of including everybody. And you know, the Grisha, like, and that's a really cool part that we get to see actually in this episode is where do they go when they're going to try, is it, do they go to Shuhan the country?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because when they go on, like, on that map, sometimes, like, I guess it's like I didn't see the line. Like, I mean, well, there's not going to be a line.
Yeah. But they just zoom into, like, where it says.
The town that they go to.
Yeah.
I love how authentic some of that, like, the set was. There were parts, I remember Chris seeing parts of it, and he mentioned something about, like, oh, there are some things that I guess like had something to do with Buddhism or something, and it was just, and I thought that was really cool to know that they took things from real world into the Grishaverse.
Yeah, Lee. Each like country is kind of modeled after a real country,
Right?
And that has come with some controversy. Which
has it?
Yes, I mean, do your own because I don't want to.
Yeah,
but that has come with its own kind of.
I think it's cool.
Issues and displeasements. That's not a word, but you can have it.
Yeah. You've got, like, I mean, I don't know. With fantasy, I mean, you can, it's fantasy, but you can also, like, we all, like, base things off of things, like, I mean, that are real. I mean.
Most fantasy stuff is if it's supposed to be, like, historical or whatever, most of those are set in, like, Europe.
Right. Correct. So is that the problem?
No.
Oh, okay. I'll stop. Sorry.
Yeah.
I know.
I think most people probably, because we have had the discussion, and if I tell you offline, then I'm sure you'll remember. But
okay.
But I'm sure everybody knows about it.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Some other stuff that was really cool. Like, I mean, I know that this was also the episode where I really couldn't wait till the next episode. I mean, every single episode I really loved. I couldn't wait. But I felt like this one definitely left you at a cliffhanger. Because, and I realize it's because it ends with a storyline that we haven't read. So we don't know about what's happening with the crows. And it's just really cool to see that. The others, like, I mean, for instance, the very last episode, it ended at the end of Siege and Storm. I knew what was happening next.
Right.
But this was really cool to see. I mean, I love it. I think it's really neat. And we're going to get the rest of the story in this next episode.
Which is my favorite. Episode 6 is my
my
favorite. But But I actually like the disciple where they
Yeah.
decide the woman is actually the disciple.
Right.
Like, she's cool.
She really is. She's bad. She's really cool, and she's like, we're gonna learn more about that story, and I think, and hey, we know about it. I mean, I can't. The more I think about it now, I can't wait till next episode
Yeah.
either. That's a really cool one.
But no, that's a cool character. Like, and it's a new character, but she kicks butt. Just like, her attitude, and she's like calm and in charge, and
right. And right now in the story, we don't know that she's a real character, but she actually is from the Lives of Saints.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, we just don't know much about it.
Yeah. In episode 5, we
have no clue. Mm-hmm. It's really cool.
And Lee said that we would be surprised what books they drew from.
Yeah, I definitely was. I was not expecting this because I remember us hearing that they were doing something from Lives of Saints. I was not expecting them to draw this story from it. Mm-hmm. I thought it'd be more like along the Yuyeh Mortzova.
Yeah.
Like something to do with the storyline. But
let's see. We have more Darkling and Alina dreamy sequences where they're weirdly calling to each other.
Yeah, it's their it's the
Those things are so creepy. Like, it didn't, like, in the book, I don't think it read as creepy as it appears on TV.
It's the way that it's done. I think it just creeps us out because we can see it and we're watching someone kind of sneak up on someone. And then just the way it can kind of be done. And also, like, some of the scenes.
Some of the faces that Ben Barnes makes during those scenes, too, that I'm like, I know I'm supposed to feel uncomfortable, but, like, it's a little creepy.
So, the one, like, when it's happening, like, so Alina's down in what I call the White Cathedral, even though I know it's not. And she's going to see the Darkling on purpose. Her intent is what? Like, I mean... Because I know that, like...
She wanted to break the tie between them.
So how was she trying to do that?
I don't know.
Okay, because... So she grabs his hand at the end, or does something where, like, he then, like, pushes... Like, he's, like, really hurt.
Was she trying to, like, sear it out?
So what's interesting, and I didn't notice until rewatching this, is at the very end of the episode... Somebody, like, I mean, it's the very end. The Darkling's, like, recovering from it. And if he's, like, kind of, like, doing this. But if you look at his hand, it's no longer just this little black spot. It's all messed up. And it's all black, which doesn't, like, I mean, I think from here on, doesn't he get a new hand for some reason? Or is that another character?
I know Adric gets a arm.
Okay, so it's not him. Okay, but his whole hand is, like, black, and it's like, I guess she was trying to, like,
he does get a hand, doesn't he?
He
or
does.
At least a glove or something.
He gets a hand.
I think he does get a hand.
Which is very...
weird.
I know. And I think it's because of this. I think she went and she tried to, like, sever the tie by burning, like, completely just destroying his hand. So, it was interesting.
Things that could have been made a little clearer.
Right. Yeah. So... There was something interesting that I noticed. I was like, because I was just trying to, it's interesting watching it again, you know? I mean, the first time he's like, whew. And however, I did catch this, and I caught it in the first time, when she's stuck in her, like, little whatever, her talking to the Darkling, and Mal then comes with, like, and talks to Bagra and Nikolai, who are watching her, like, in her trance thing. And they are, they notice that she's, I guess, using a lot of power and that the roof's about to cave in. So, like, Bagra's the one that says that, who's like, okay, if she keeps going, the whole building's going to collapse.
Yeah.
So then Mal goes over and is like, okay, well, I'm going to try to get her out of this. I find it hilarious that when she comes out of the trance, she's pissed at Mal.
Yeah.
And Bagra and Nikolai are just like, peace. We ain't gonna, like, defend you. We're not gonna say, oh, well, Alina, you were just about to bring down the entire roof and kill all of us. Bagra and Nikolai just are like...
I think because they needed that fight sequence between Alina and Mal. But, yeah.
Oh, my God.
That's funny.
Like, I mean, Mal didn't know what was going on. Mal wasn't wouldn't have gone over there unless Bagra said what she said. So I just found it. I was like, wow, guys, way to throw him under the bus. I
Yeah.
mean, he already like is just doomed, and like it's just yeah.
That's funny.
And then and then Alina keeps on touching her head because she fell back.
Uh-huh.
At first, you don't notice it till later that she's bleeding.
Yeah.
But I thought that, I was like, oh, well, what did he just, like, did the Darkling yank on her ponytail really hard or something? Like, is that like, I don't know. That's where my mind went. But very interesting. That is just something that I thought was so funny because Bagra.
Yep. They were just like, Mal, help. See ya.
Yeah, peace out. Sorry, bye.
We also, we don't get rid of Pekka Rollins.
No, we do not. We get the opposite. I was expecting him to start getting punished when he went to jail.
Yeah.
But no, he actually just
He's the jail boss.
Yeah, and he kills poor Matthias's friend. Which is...
Yeah. I think that's what starts fueling Matthias, though, because he was starting to get a little deeper in his faith.
Yeah.
I think the time away from Nina and being close to this other Fjordan, it's like getting him deeper in his faith and watching him die, and as he's dying, be like, promise me, Matthias.
What did he make him promise? That he would be his true self? I feel like that. Okay.
That he was gonna dive deeper into his religion, and Matthias vows to get revenge or whatever. But
I love that. I do. Because I think one thing that I noticed when I was reading is the Fjordans are crazy and Druskella are crazy, but I always thought that the mention of Gel, I just resonated with it. I think the whole tree and the ash tree is just that it, I don't know, it paints a beautiful picture in my head, and I can relate to it a lot. So I think that's really beautiful and going to be nice to see if we get another season, which I hope we do, to be able to see it. I know we're still waiting on that, but
yeah. I have a feeling Netflix is going to peace out on the Shadow and Bone and start Crows, but I have no idea.
I know. I don't know why they just don't do it. Why does it have to be a whole separate show? Why can't they just...
I don't know.
Because it doesn't have to be. You don't need to make a spin-off yet. You haven't even gotten to... We just got 2 seasons.
And they're still waiting to see the...
Right. I mean, because if...
The numbers.
I'm just worried that if they do that, it's taking away from storyline that could be in Shadow and Bone.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, we already went through the trouble of merging the two. Let's not separate them now. There's no point. We did that. So...
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Netflix is weird.
Yeah, they are.
But that's the thing that worries me, I think I said before, was they put so much. They finished out the trilogy, and I think that was probably in anticipation of not going further with it.
Gosh, well...
So I don't
know. I really want to see more of... I want to see King of Scars. I would love to see that.
Oh, yeah.
It will be crazy.
And they did hint at it.
Craze balls. Oh, exactly. Now the more I think about it, the way this ended, no, I cannot.
I mean, there was...
Oh, there's a hard hint towards King of Scars coming on. And I love it when we get to that stuff. So, but, well, it was a really good episode. I loved it. Is there anything else?
Yeah, it was a good episode.
Okay. Is there anything else that I missed that I need to talk about?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, good. Well, before I boot us off, I'm not going to forget. It's that very special time for... GrishaCast news!
Yay, just like old times.
Exactly. Okay, well, Alex, what do you have for us?
Hello. So we do have a few pieces of news this week. the Grishaverse Big Bang on Tumblr has started. Definitely go check that out. It is for people who love to write fics. They have their own original characters, things like that. Definitely go check it out. It's grishaversebigbang.tumblr.com. They have their own blog for it, and they have a whole government for it. It's really cool. I definitely check it out. I also believe that Lee is starting to do some more book tours kind of thing, readings. She is on her way to Connecticut right now, I believe. New York and then Connecticut, going up to New Haven. And we're getting a bunch of bloopers out from the show, and I'm super excited from her, getting just a bunch of behind-the-scenes stuff. Definitely check it out if you can. I love it. I'm in love with all of it. So yeah, just keep your eye out on the cast and crew socials, the official social media for Shadow and Bone Netflix, and yeah, that's all I got for you guys this week. You guys have a great one. Bye.
It was so good to see you, Alex. Okay, well, I thank you everybody for listening, and yeah, we're really rolling here and having so much fun, and yeah, we can't wait to see you all next week. So long live the Grishaverse.
We're at the end of the hour, so my voice is a little husky. A plus.
No mourners.
No funerals.
This has been GrishaCast. Connect with us on the web at GrishaCast.com. Send an email to info@GrishaCast.com.
Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and TikTok at GrishaCast.
Thank you to our amazing staff, Chris, Michelle, Alex, Brenda.